Now to the escalation in President Trump's push to punish his political enemies. The latest, former FBI Director James Comey.
A federal grand jury has indicted him on 2 charges related to testimony he gave to Congress in 2020. Prosecutors at the Department of Justice had previously said there was not enough evidence to charge him with a crime.
Right, but joining us now to break down the latest developments is ABC News' senior justice correspondent Pierre Thomas, joining us from Washington. Pierre, thanks so much for being with us. So let me start by asking how we got here.
Well, this has been a long-running feud between President Trump and former FBI director. Former President Trump believes that, or President Trump believes that the investigation into Russia was wrongly launched by Director Comey. As you recall, he fired Director Comey, and the two have been trading barbs back and forth ever since those times when he was fired. So this has its genesis of years ago, and it culminated yesterday with that basically indictment being filed in an Eastern District Court in Alexandria, Virginia.
All right, let's talk about his response, because obviously that has gone viral. A lot of people looking at that video of his response. Does it give you an indication of what his legal strategy will be?
Well, Director Comey, in his remarks last night, which he posted on Instagram, took to video to discuss his position. He basically made the point he's innocent. He also made the suggestion that this is retribution. He talked about the fact that from the moment that they had challenged Donald Trump, that he believed that there would be a cause for concern. But he said he would not fear those challenges, and he suggested that he would see Donald Trump in court. So I think the strategy is bring it on.
And Pierre, what do we know about Lindsay Halligan? We know that she was newly appointed U.S. attorney, and she sought this indictment when other prosecutors did not. But what do we know about how she will move this forward and her background?
Well, I think the thing that's caused a lot of reporting and focus has been the fact that Ms. Halligan is an insurance attorney by focus and had 0 prosecutorial experience. That is one of the things that the critics are pointing to. And also that her appointment to the job came just days after a Trump-appointed U.S. attorney for the Eastern District had been forced out of the job, primarily because, in the minds of his supporters, that he did not go after some of the political foes of Donald Trump in the way that the president wanted him to. That's what the critics say. So going forward, the question will now be, you're entering the arena of the court, and courts have rules, and there's evidence, and we'll see where it all unfolds.
Now, Pierre, what can we say about what this indictment means overall in terms of setting a precedent for perhaps other foes of President Trump? You know, we're closer to home. We have New York Attorney General Letitia James. How could this impact her?
Well, one thing is clear is that President Trump has not been bashful about making clear the people that he believes should be investigated and held into account. And now we're simply watching to see how DOJ is responding, if at all, to those requests. And again, people on the Democratic side of the aisle say that this is a Justice Department that's not acting independently enough, whereas the people who support the president's position say that they're simply going after people that performed in their mind not the way they should have performed in those previous jobs, and that they now can be held to account by a Justice Department that's willing to go after them. So again, we'll have to see how it all plays out in court, and there's the court of public opinion as well as the political dynamics.
So much at play here. Thank you so much, Pierre, for giving us some insights today as we follow this unfolding story.